Even yesterday, even yesterday also I had some broadband issue. Maybe that is the reason I'm getting a problem.
Okay, okay.
Vishal, did you get a chance to send all the records?
Uh, I will send today. Yeah, just after
Yeah,
the
okay,
call,
no
I
problem.
will like send all the recording. Correct.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. So I think performing bulk query, you got something or like where we
No,
I
can you please go through? Yeah,
again
we are
again.
talking about yeah.
Okay, so in the bulk SQL means what it's
Mm-hmm.
saying, we cannot use SQL queries in a for loop.
For loop, yeah.
Okay, what happened because it there are some governor limits available that you
Mm-hmm.
cannot query more than 100. Okay, for let's suppose in case there are 99 records you are updating. Okay,
Oh,
so this
okay.
query will run 99 times. So it will need not give you any error. But
Mm-hmm.
if in case there are 101 record, so what happens till the 100, it will give you no error. But after that, the last record, the 101, it will give you an error that DML exception error occurred or governor limit is just uh, triggered. So you cannot insert one more record. So what happened in the next, all the records you have inserted or updated will traverse back and nothing it will be look like nothing has just happened. So,
Mm-hmm.
so keep in mind that don't use any query in a for loop.
Okay.
And then how we can like use the query because we need and each account ID, correct? So there
Mm-hmm.
is a solution for it. So let's see. For, so what you can do, you can query all the records first according to trigger.new. So where ID and ID available in trigger.new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the records that are getting updated, the new will has ID in there, so you can search all ID of which like account ID. Okay, you can search all account ID in the trigger.new. So if it is matches, it will return you that account and it will enter in that account with opportunity list. Okay, and then after what you can do, you can update all the accounts that are available in new. Okay, and then you can like whatever the stuff you want to do with that those accounts. So in this way we are like saving our queries using in for loop. So
Mm-hmm.
that does not give any SQL exception error.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand this last statement where ID in trigger.new?
Select ID name, close ID from the opposite. That process from account where ID in trigger dot new. Can you explain one more time?
ID is nothing just account ID, the 15 digit.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Mm.
Okay. And next, what we are doing, we are
Mm.
uh, checking that this ID for each and every record is
Mm-hmm.
available in the records we are updating because this
Mm-hmm.
trigger.new contains list of records which we are updating, correct? You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Now what we are doing, we are comparing this list to this ID here. So what it will do, it will check for each ID in that list. So if this ID is available in that list, then it will
Mm-hmm.
return that account into this variable account with opportunity. If no, if
Mm-hmm.
there is ID that will not match in the trigger.new, it will not insert that account record into this here. So for let's suppose
Mm-hmm.
I am updating 100 records. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and in the trigger.new, I have only 50 records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what will happen? In the Salesforce, we have 100 records. I am updating only 50 records. So it will compare each and every record, 50 to 100. So whatever the records which are matched, then all the records come into that. So maximum
Mm-hmm.
50 records come in here, not all 100 records, maximum 50 records.
Got it. Mm.
Those you are updating.
Okay.
Okay, so once you get those 50 records that you are updating, then you
Mm-hmm.
can find this one here. You can like loop iterate over them 50 records, and you can
Mm-hmm.
assign to any variable or like change anything you want to change. Okay, then you can do any calculation manipulation you wanted to do in. So this helps to saving our query from hitting 101 exception error.
Mm-hmm.
So this can be done. And second thing, so yeah, account ID in trigger.new. Same thing happens here. Okay. So what happens in above here, we are comparing the ID. ID is a field available on account, correct? But
Mm-hmm.
what happened now? We are querying the opportunity this time from
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. But in the opportunity, we also have field account ID. So it will store the ID of account.
Mm.
So as we are updating account only, but we want to in the above here we are updating the account record only. But in here
Mm-hmm.
we are updating the opportunity record which are related to account.
Mm-hmm.
So what we just did, we are comparing the ID account ID which are available in opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all those ID of account which are available in opportunity will compare all those ID to the newly updating record of account.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it will return all the opportunity which has account ID available in there and which are like updating. Those are updating.
Okay.
Okay. So it's pretty confusing, but you read
Yeah,
or
it's
do
very
it by
confusing.
yourself.
Yes, that is what I have to do.
So if in case you want me to try to explain it one more time, I can go with that again.
No, 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 no. What I will do, I will go through one time. Then I will come back to you.
Okay, sure, sure. And you can reduce the previous example in sizing, combining the SQL. Yeah. So what we are doing here. Okay. So what it just that did it pastes this query, this whole query into this for loop here.
Okay.
Okay, so what it just like in the for loop itself, it pastes the query select ID, name, close it, opportunity, account ID, and trigger.new. So you
Mm-hmm.
can do this in this manner. What happen now? What happen in this? Let's suppose mm, it runs in 200 batches. Okay, to
Mm-hmm.
in one batch, 200 records are fetched. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for let's suppose there are 10,000 record. Okay,
Okay.
so if I divide by 200, so how many like 100 times this for loop will run,
Yeah.
and this query will run 100 times, so it will not give an error.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so it means like you can run this 10,000 record. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it actually did this. Okay, so in this manner you can also do the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and For example, opportunity, it's our opportunity and it's our account. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it has some ID field. Okay. That store the opportunity ID. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it has another field, account ID. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That store account ID. This one. So this will gonna link to this a account. Okay. So what is happening? We are created a record on account this year, but we want to update opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So how we'll achieve that? So in this manner, we can query all the opportunity and to distinguish which account we are inserting. So like 100 accounts are updating and this opportunity. Okay. So 100 opportunity is available. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And each opportunity has account ID. Correct.
Yeah.
And we are like inserting 100 account, so they have also ID, the 15 digit. So we are comparing opportunity account ID field to this one, this account ID field. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever this gets equal, this account record will be inserted in here, opportunity one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the basic use of this here, account ID in trigger.new. So this
Mm-hmm.
is our list of new records, 100. Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
100 is our trigger.new.
Mm-hmm.
We if it, like still you have some problem, then we can go with in deep when you come with all your findings.
Yeah, okay. That will be better.
So because it will be, you will be understand how it will running when you do it by yourself.
Yes.
Right. So trigger execute on batches of 200 records, like I just said, 200
Mm.
records at a time. So if so 400 records cause a trigger to fire. Trigger fires twice, once for 200 record and another for another 200 records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for SOQL, loop record batching is in trigger because
What is exactly
sorry,
trigger to fire?
trigger to fire, it will auto trigger, like it will
Auto trigger.
again execute this code will again execute.
Okay.
Okay. Until and unless this because we are inserting 400 record and
Mm-hmm.
it this particular loop will take only 200 record at a time.
Okay.
Okay. So 200 loop is completed, remaining is 200, then this particular block of code again run
Mm-hmm.
for the remaining 200. So that's a trigger fire itself again,
Mm-hmm.
performing bulk DML. Okay. So in this case there is another uh, drawback, because for example we are inserting 100 or inserting or updating 100 records, so this loop will run 1,000 time. Correct.
Yeah.
And if it runs 1,000 time, this particular statement will run 1,000 time. Correct. Possibility, there is a possibility of it. So
Yeah.
but there are governor limits that any DML operation can have only 150 transaction, 150
Mm-hmm.
only.
Mm-hmm.
So when it like goes to the 150, so it will throw an exception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if it throws an exception, then all the 1,000 record or the previous record, the 149 records you have just updated, that will get traversed back, and all things get uh, all records will not update, and that will loop back to itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to overcome with that, what we just did, uh, we created a list. Okay, we
Mhm.
can create a list of opportunity type. Okay, OPP. So what we can do just here, we put all these opportunity records into that list. Okay,
Mhm.
so pushing any record into that list, that doesn't bother anyone, correct? And after we successfully run this whole for loop, what we can do, we can update that whole list
Mhm.
opportunity we have just created. So what it does, that did it will uh, take only one transaction, because we only update this on single time, correct?
Mhm.
So like our, rather than 149 or 150, it takes only one transaction. So it's a best practice.
Mhm.
So this is actually it does. So it created a list opportunity to update. So it will add all the opportunity that needs to be updated. Okay. It adds all them, and in the last it performs the deable operation to the single list.
Okay.
That's the best practice. So actually what happens, you can write the trigger, but you forgot some best practice, or you write in update here, because initially what happened, for the business, if it is at low level, okay, so it
Mhm.
does not have that much data, correct? But
Yes.
as it is scale at bigger level, okay, the data will get increased.
Yeah.
So in this manner, like not only 99 records, it reaches to triple nine records. So
Mhm.
your query will be get error in that case. So in that manner, initial level we have to cater all those things, so that after